Welcome.
We not gonna act like we ain't hear what you just said.
Welcome. We are back again with another episode of Dear Black Men. This is episode 6. For
we
all
not
the
gonna
ones that
act
are
like we ain't hear what you just said, freaky ass nigga.
69 God. Listen, man, we are back again, episode 6, man. If you're watching live right now, that is either on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. We appreciate you. If you're not watching live, you're watching after the show, then we appreciate you as well, man. And we got my guys, as we always have the guys. DMV motherfucking Tone is in the building. Is in the motherfucking building. Ron is in the fucking building. Let's go, Mr. Anonymous. Yes, and myself. Motherfucking Paris, man. What's up, guys? How y'all feeling, man?
What's the vibe, man?
Great, man. I heard y'all.
I would say,
nice
good seeing
weekend.
you, Ron. I ain't seen you in a while.
But I know who saw each other. How was y'all weekend, man? What's the vibe? Let's talk about it. How was the weekend?
Go ahead, Tom.
You know what I'm gonna say, bro? I'm very, from the places that we've come from, I've been very hesitant in the past with meeting people. But I do want to say that running into my brother Troy this weekend in Atlanta was it was definitely a vibe, man. We definitely had a vibe. It was good energy.
Tables got stood on. Okay.
Yeah. When Troy get that reposado in him, man, I don't know who that. I don't know
man,
who he
let
is.
Me speak on myself, man. I ain't gonna lie. Rare form, all right. Rare form. I was in. I want to make a disclaimer. Listen, I did a lot of things this weekend that I don't normally do. Case in point, buying sections. I do not do that. I want to make this disclaimer. But my guy was in town. Our first time meeting each other, which I believe I've been knowing him for 4 years, communicating via apps, off of apps for 4 years, and we have never met.
That's the power of the internet, man.
Yeah, man, the power of the fucking internet. We met the first time this past weekend, man, and what a time we had, man.
It was this time. I mean, Ron popped up on somebody FaceTime. I remember Ron popping up on somebody FaceTime.
Yeah, my boy Ron called in like he on Dear Black Men as always, man. Yeah. I can't wait till all three of us get to kick it, man. But we had a great time, man, standing on couches, fellowshipping together, man, really laughing and energy. And I can say, man, everything Tone is on the internet via fiber wires and different apps, man, is exactly who he is in person, man.
I appreciate that.
Me being the guy that hate linking with niggas and definitely like,
yeah.
Don't know. Let's see how this go. I'm glad I did, man. I can definitely say I fuck with this brother, man. He can call me anytime and not there, man. We had an amazing time.
It really felt like, I'm not gonna lie, it was never that like first time interaction weirdness. Like,
exactly. It felt like we
just hit the ground running.
I remember I was telling somebody, which is so crazy. I was like, yeah, man, I'm finna link up with my dog and shit. We ain't never met.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the weekend, she was like, y'all sure y'all ain't never met? Cause nigga, y'all was out. And I was like, it's the power of just being true to yourself via internet or in real life, man. So thank you, man. I'm looking forward to the next time, Ron. We're gonna add you in the next, man. You gotta come out, man.
I don't know if we should do Atlanta again, though. Like, we gotta.
I'm down for whatever, man.
Might have to go to LA or something.
I'm down, man. So listen, man, we back with another episode, man. And first and foremost, this episode is a little different, man. I can't lie. Let me take a sip, man. Listen, I got my cup today, because that's how I'm feeling. I got my black father's cup today, Juneteenth.
Okay. My boy repping.
I'm repping, man. I got not Casamigos. You know I had a long weekend. I got the Taylor port poured in it. Gotta keep it true to me.
You over there being a chemist.
Well, listen, man, to start this show off right, man, it's a thing that was on my mind this past weekend, man. That a woman asked me, right? I remember this particular situation. She was like, guys go through breakups, right? We all then went through a breakup, correct?
Right.
And this woman expressed to me that she feel like guys handle breakups better. Like they can just break up and be like, we out, new women, turn up. And I was like, damn, that's a good topic. Like us as black men, right, that I feel like are good black men at that, on dear black men.
Mm-hmm.
And we've either been done wrong or did wrong ourselves. We're not perfect men. We've either been dumped or had to do the dumping. And we had to grow to be the men that we are today, man. But let's speak to what do men go through mentally after a breakup or when a breakup happens?
I'm gonna let Ron take this one first, and I'm gonna.
Where you at, Ron?
I do think that
to the mic.
Men are a victim. I'm here. I think men are a victim of the persona that's perceived about them doing breakups. I think a lot of times women think that men, they break up and it's all going to kick it with the homies afterwards and it's just all fun and games. But I think all of us can probably speak to the same thing. I'm going to speak for myself that I be hurting sometimes, bro. You know what I mean? Because especially as a person as myself, bro, it's hard for me to let people in. So if I took the time to let you in, bro, once we break up, I'm trying to find myself again. I'm rebuilding the experience, or I'm trying to figure out myself again after this time I spent with somebody or whatnot. But breakups are definitely as hard on men, if not harder. I think men do a better job or try to do a job of hiding the things they go through. And I think men should probably change that. Because I think women would give men more grace when it comes to breakup. But yeah, man, I be hurting sometimes.
For me, you know, I'm gonna go deep, man.
Hold on, before you jump into the deep end, bro. Let's I feel like
I was jumping. I was about to die.
And you know, I want to say like, not to like steal the shine off of your situation. I feel like you might tap in on, but you saw how I was when I seen you go through that. I was
Come on, man. Talk about it.
Nigga, fuck that. Like, we outside. Let's go. I don't want to hear none of that shit. We'll talk about that when the sun is up. Like, right now, this is the vibes. We got tequila, and da. And I realized that maybe that's a bad thing. Like how Ron's saying that maybe that's a bad thing that I think that way, because I feel like I look at it more like an adrenaline thing during like when you first get it. You don't really realize that was changed or was gone until it's like the habits start changing. Like, you notice like the things that person might have been doing for you, now you got to do yourself. You know, the being alone, not having that person to call, like trusting, not having, then you feel like you got to start over again. And I think that's what everybody across the board hates, is starting over. I don't want to know nobody's favorite color no more. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like with that, that's a lot to like take in as a person. I feel like we're just put in this position where we just gotta, like, we can't be vulnerable, because as men we feel like we just gotta keep going. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the reality of the world is still there. And that's how I've always viewed it. Like, I'm like, damn, these bills still gotta get paid. This still gotta get taken care of. These songs still gotta get written. So I think I never take the time to actually like reflect on, like, damn, you just lost a person that you was with, every day or all this time. So I think that's just how I've dealt with it, or like been in that situation in previous relationships.
And before you say something, Troy, I want to say, Tone, I think the point you made was real good too, because it's like men don't take the time to process, right? You know what I'm saying? Just how you just corrected yourself and said we was outside, and I said take this shot. You know what I mean? You realize, hold up, that probably ain't the best way to process this, right? Men realize how to process after versus how they process in the moment, because what happens is when you don't process in the moment, those feelings that you feel never get handled. You know what I mean? You're really just throwing it under the rug and using that shot to process for you. You're using them laughs with your homie to process for you, but you're not actually looking in the mirror and figuring out what I did wrong, what I did right. Why am I here? Was I wrong? Was she? You know what I'm saying? Like, even though like I feel like sometimes in relationships, it can be a situation where the person can do something for you to break up, but you took some type of accountability in that situation, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? At the bare minimum, you chose that person. So Now look at your process of choosing your next partner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Men don't take the time, I think, to really process their feelings and their emotions, because some men don't really understand what that emotion they're feeling is. You know what I mean?
And I feel like a lot of men
that's
never
a good
had the
point.
space to be vulnerable, like in
Mhm.
those emotions. So it's like, however, you make it to your late 20s, your 30s, and you've never been that type that where you vented to a woman or, you know, outside of like your mother or family, then you don't know how to, you know, engage with those feelings. So just like going through that phase, and I feel like, you know, you got to have a circle of friends that allow you to be like, get that shit off your chest. And I realized that me and Troy circle back to conversations from when I was just like, nah, fuck that shit. Cause I realized it took me some time to be like, in that moment, that's not what you needed, bro. You needed someone to be like, all right, let's get this shit off. Let's get
For
this
me,
shit off.
man, I think both of y'all spoke to some amazing points, boy. Y'all potting already. God damn. For me as a man and as a black man at that, when it come to breakups, right? I ain't gonna lie, I think everybody kind of knows me a sense, whether just from the internet or not from the internet. I'm in touch with my emotions. I'm in touch with my I guess my open side of me to be able to express my emotions. And I think breakups affect me only if I'm really was mess fucking with the person. You get what I'm saying? And how they affect me, I think a lot of women think men don't be at the crib like, damn, I'm fucked up, guy.
I'm fucked up about you.
Yeah, they don't think we be sad. They don't think we fucking shed a tear. Because I think us as men, as black men, that I can only speak up because I've only been black my whole life, is that, bro, we go through these moments. Now, I think maybe we go through them privately, one, and we maybe show them only to ourselves. But I'm here to tell you women, us as black men, especially us three here on Dear Black Men, we go through those emotions. And to narrow it down to myself, man, if I'm really fucking with a person, whether we was in a relationship or just dating, not talking or breaking up, yeah, it takes a lot, man. I've cried, I've been fucked up. I've called the guys like, hey.
No, if you would have saw my boy sitting at that table looking like a lost puppy, man, I said,
and it's so crazy, right? Because what Tone is speaking of, I wasn't necessarily in a relationship, right? But you know, even dating, when you're dating someone and getting to know, I can only speak for myself. I like to really truly be in that if I'm in that. I'm not a one that plays games when they come to dating.
right.
And making that decision that even in dating we have to go our separate ways. From those first 2 nights of being out with my guy Tone turned up, we lit. You know, like, all right, I gotta go back to the crib.
It's crazy because we was building up for the night that it went bad. Like it was like,
I don't think it went all the way bad, but it wasn't. The first night was the first night should have been last. But it's just amazing how the energy can shift. That I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, man, my guys out. Someday they hear they didn't extend their flight. Fuck it, I'll be damned if I don't come out. Like I did, I'm gonna be honest, and Tone don't even know. I was like, bro, I don't even want to go. Right? I think
feel
one
it.
time, I think one time Tone was like, man, listen, if you ain't got that, I'm just gonna go to the club. I was like, all right. Because my energy wasn't right. But I didn't want to be selfish either and being like, yo, these people don't live here. This my dog. I at least got to go out and show up, right?
Right.
And I think we pushed through it. We end up still having a cool little time at the spot.
Nice pricey night.
Yeah, nice pricey night, right? God damn, shout out to that. But just for women understanding, man, like, yeah, we go through things, man. We go through emotions. Whether we was right in the situation we had to break up with you or we was wrong. Like, I know we might show on Instagram or these social medias that we got more women, we turned up, we having fun. But behind those IPs,
niggas is 90s R&B and crying.
Niggas is like, oh, dang, gang.
Damn,
even if the girl did wrong, it still is fucked up because a man, I'm going to tell you how a man go through, for me at least. We go through stages where we feel like we got somebody. We going to tell our guy, boy, I got me one, boy. I'm out the game.
I'm
Jersey hung up.
I'm telling you, don't look for me.
Niggas happy like,
don't call me.
Right. And then when the shit don't work out, whether who part it was or not working out, we like, bro, And for me, I can only speak to me because I think, especially Ron has done this, and he don't even know. I've told Ron about a situation, right? The first thing he say is, "I'm gonna give you about 2 weeks, gang." Shit.
You're right.
And he don't know, but in my mind, I get that a lot. But from my friends, right? They be like, "Hey, Troy, whatever, nigga, 2 weeks," and they don't know. I be like, "God damn, okay." Like, that
But
don't
Troy,
make me
even
feel
when I
good.
say that, even when I say that, what do I say afterwards? I say,
You always say,
wish
"Yeah, I
the
wish
best.
you well." Yeah, I wish you
always
the
do
best.
that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All my real friends do that, and Ron is included in that. But in my mind, I be like, "Come on,
See,
gang, don't
I
say
think
that."
the thing is like that be getting me is like you. I look at you. I look at you as like a first 48 venter. Like the situation will just like the argument will be have just happened, and you'll be like, man, fuck it, I'm done. I'm out. Can't do this shit no more. And then a week or two later comes and like you back good. It's like
I think in situations where we together and in a relationship, yes, but I think y'all haven't seen me in the capacity of just dating. I'm in just dating, and if certain lines are crossed, nah, man.
Nah, see me, I'm the type I'm gonna sit with it myself because I don't even know if we're actually done. And I would hate to, and I feel like that's what happens with friendships. Like, so say I come to you and I'm like, man, this bitch. Like, you know what I mean? And I create, and you start creating this hate, like, how dare she do this to my friend?
How dare
and then
you?
A week later, we walk in together, and you like,
I'm gonna be like, what?
Like, I ain't get time. I'm still mad at her. I still hate her.
She like, yo, what's up, True? I'm like, what's up?
Yeah, what up, bro? Like, bro.
But you know what? That's probably like one of my biggest rules in relationships, bro. I don't tell my friends anything that I go through with my partner unless it's something that I really, really need advice about. For the simple fact, your friend's not gonna forget. You know what I'm saying? You and your partner could have had one issue 7 months ago, and you told your friend, and now y'all good. But your friend
y'all didn't
forget.
work through it. The friend didn't get to work through it, so y'all worked through it. But your friend got to side eye to your partner
the whole time because they didn't forget that 3-hour conversation y'all had in January.
That motherfucking person hurt you, nigga.
Exactly. So you gonna take them back?
Right.
After you sat on the phone with me for hours?
Like, and I'm glad y'all said that, man, because it makes me think about something, man. Like a lot of people don't discuss enough, and it's so funny we're during this time where I guess season, man, and that's men's mental health. Like us being men, we were all born men. There's no way I can verify that, but I'm just taking everybody's word for it.
I got my birth certificate. And my baby pictures.
Shout out to the PR team for that spirit.
Right. Right. Like mental health. One, what is mental health with men? I'm gonna be honest. When I first heard that it was Men's Mental Health Month or whatever, the first thing I thought was, all right, what is that? What is mental health for men?
Yeah.
Do any of y'all know? Because I don't.
Got
nothing for it. I thought it was music.
Okay, so for me, when it comes to mental health, man, it's am I happy? Am I truly happy? Right? Because the facade that I tell you guys or my family and my friends, right? If y'all are texting me right now, Ron, you good? And I had a horrible day. Do I feel comfortable enough to tell my homies, yes, I'm having a bad day, or yes, I'm having a good day? If I lie to you, I think my mental health isn't correct. Because in order for me to actually say that out loud, that means I have to be comfortable with it with myself. You know what I mean? So I think mental health starts with vulnerability. It starts with openness with your friends, with your family. If I got an issue with you, how do I articulate that issue to you? I think just in totality, I think mental health starts with just vulnerability, openness, just how are you? How are you? You know what I mean? Just and being comfortable telling yourself, I'm not feeling good. I want to cry today.
I like how you did that, man. I want to set the tone though, Ron, because I like exactly what you said, man. So to set the tone, man, I'm gonna start off with Ron. How are you? How is your mental health? All seriousness aside.
You know what, Troy? I'm I didn't even plan on doing this.
Come on, man. We here, man.
So me and Troy were talking on the phone today about the topics, and there's another topic coming up later that I thought that only Troy and Tone can give good input on, right? And then it was about dads, right? So this Father's Day just passed, and I'm really big on self-growth. And this particular Father's Day, I took a huge step in mending a relationship with my dad.
Let me give you some for that. Hold on.
Yeah. And that ties into mental health, right? The way that ties in is because as Father's Day was approaching, my anxiety was high. My mood was a little down because I knew that I had to communicate with him on this day. You know what I'm saying? If it was a text, or I had to talk to him, right? But I still haven't had that conversation that I need to have with him to fully mend our relationship. So my anxiety was through the roof. My mood was everywhere. You know what I mean? Just for this phone call, this text, or whatever it was going to be, right? So as Father's Day approached, had a phone call with him, right? And Father Day did the whole Father Day's thing. You know what I'm saying? Sending a little something. But at the end of that conversation, I said, hey, we haven't been talking. You've been wondering why we haven't been talking. I'm not ready to have that conversation just yet, but I want to let you know that a conversation needs to be had because there are some things that happened that you done to me that you don't really know about it. And it's not fair to you to not know why I've been so distant. So yes, I'm not ready for the conversation yet because I think the conversation only happened when you're ready. One, that conversation isn't for that person. It's for you. That's for your own healing, right? But I did want to articulate to him that, yo, this is why this has been happening. I'm not ready yet, but I'm giving myself a little more time. But by the year's end, I think I'll be ready for that conversation. And when we have that conversation, I'm flying in and we're having that conversation man to man versus the phone or FaceTime. So, and I laughed because me and Troy was on the phone. He caught me laughing, snicker when I said something. And I was like, you know what, bro, I might as well just go ahead and say it. So yeah, so that's how that helped me with my mental health this week because I was going through it.
Damn.
Yeah, we gonna pause today.
Yeah, that was vulnerable, man.
I'm already ready to open up on some shit. But let me not be selfish in this moment.
So Troy,
go ahead.
No, because you asked me, right? And I opened up. How are you doing, Troy?
Pull it up. Yeah, well, it's been a little deeper than I thought. It's a little quicker than I thought too. My mental health, man. For a person that's really big on mental health, whether people believe it or not, because I laugh and troll and smile, I think 90% of the time, man. Overall, my mental health is good. It's so funny. Just hearing you speak about that, Ron, about Father's Day and the anxiety that come with that. A few days before Father's Day, I was off is the words I kept using. Like I kept saying, like, bro, I'm just ain't right. Like I feel off. Like my body felt sluggish. I wasn't sleeping well. Just anxiety was high. And when I was honest, right, it came from a few things, but the thing that's at point with this conversation is Father's Day coming up. And y'all might not know, but I don't know my father. My father could be a guy right at the mailbox right now. I've never got any verification of what my father looks like. I don't know what he looked like. I've heard different names of my father. I heard that this guy was my father, that guy was my father. So essentially, at 35 years old, I don't know who my dad is. And to go even deeper, man, my mom, I didn't really have a relationship with her either. And I'm a father myself. So Father's Day was coming up, and this Father's Day, I tried not to have my daughter this weekend. I usually every weekend or Father's Day, I have my daughter. And I was Tone didn't even know this. I was so happy that he was coming down, and Leah, shout out to her. And I even met Ricky, shout out to him. They don't even know, but I was so happy because it was a good distraction from what I didn't want to face. And that was another year of not having a father and the holiday of Father's Day coming around. I think a lot of people see me and see a great father, and that I am. And my daughter, I'm all in with my daughter. But every year I have moments where I be like, damn, I wonder will my father reach out to me this year?
Damn.
I wonder this is another year of me not knowing who my father is. And it can be tough. I'm gonna be honest, because I see people on social media who post their father. Me as an individual who is headstrong on being a great father, like anybody that know me, right? Like y'all might not know on the social media. Some of y'all might think I didn't got my ass whooped about standing on business with my daughter and being a father.
No pun intended.
I don't know. Yeah. It's just I have moments where I'm scared to meet my father if that ever happens, because honestly, physically, I don't know how I react.
You don't know if it's gonna be love or
like I don't know if I just crash the fuck out or I'll be at a space of just true forgiveness and love. So mentally I'm great, but there are moments where it's tough for me because I look at my daughter and I tell myself, how am I being such a great father? Because I'm gonna be honest, there are no men in my family that's good representations of being a good father. I was raised by my grandparents. There are things my grandfather didn't do as a good father with his own kids. I've got uncles who've cheated on their individual spouses, who someone committed suicide that I was close to, that's my cousin, due to things about his mother and father that I was really, really close to, like a brother. So many representations of bad fathers. And a lot of times my fear is that in me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is that like a bloodline thing? And I push so hard to be a good father because I don't want to get this shit wrong. And it's so crazy. Earlier in this pod, I even told the tone, like, me as a guy that don't like to be around niggas, right? If I'm honest with myself, that comes with, I don't really have trust for men. Because of me as a child, I think one of the most important people who's supposed to teach you how to be a man is your father. I never had that.
Facts.
And most people look at me as the manly man, the strong person, down for whatever, but I was never taught that. I've never had that representation. It's just always who I just end up being. So I think my mental health is good, but I don't know. I just be like, yeah, gotta be strong another year. And I'm blessed because my true father is God, and anybody knows me know I'm headstrong on the Lord. But there are moments around Mother's Day, Father's Day, that it gets tough. And I think the individual that came down without them knowing, it serves such a celebration instead of depression. I was more excited to go out, meeting guys for the first time. We met for the first time, and it was a fucking movie. It was all love. I was like, hell yeah. Second night, niggas had to recover. I was fucked up. I was like, God damn, I'm old.
That first night, that second night off.
Yeah, the second night, I was like, I gotta chill again. And then ended it on a Sunday on actual Father's Day of just having good energy and just making it cool for what we had, man. It was true appreciation and a start to something, beautiful. And then I even went and still got my daughter that Sunday as well and spent time with her. And I remember just watching her on Father's Day as she don't care what it is. She's just like, Daddy, I got a card for you. This is the first year my daughter got me something. She's 8 now. So, before all that, she ain't did nothing. She like, nigga, it's Father's Day, happy Father's Day. I'm like, God damn, what a gift set. She said, no, this money. But her mother, and that was a big step too, because me and her mother, we cool, but we've never at a point where we'll spend $1. Like, we don't tell each other Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day, none of that. But to her to have a card knowing that it came from her spending her money and letting my
Yeah.
daughter saying she got it for her,
Yeah.
that was like
That was big. That was a big
that was
step.
big for me.
Yeah,
Like I got a
step in the right
forever box
direction.
where a lot of things that I keep forever. Like if my
Yeah.
crib burned down, the first thing I'm grabbing is my forever box, and then my laptop, which
Yeah.
got all my stuff on it. My forever box is things that can't be replaced.
Right.
It's a lot of things to do with my daughter, myself, and I had to put it in my forever box because it was the first gift and it meant so much to me. And I remember watching my daughter. I was like, all right, it's Father's Day. It's supposed to be my day, but you
Yeah.
broke. So
my broke
where
best
you want to
friend.
go? She was
Yeah.
like, Daddy, it's your day, and I don't want you to spend a lot of money, but I am a little hungry, and I want some ice cream. So let's just go to Wendy's because that's cheap, and then we can go get some ice cream. And I remember just watching her at the Wendy's on Sunday, like, damn. Like, even as a kid, she can understand the importance of this is
everything.
Daddy's day. I remember I was
Exactly.
trying to get a straw for my drink. And she was like, no, Daddy, I got it. I'm going to grab it. She was like, you always get stuff for me. Let me grab it because it's your day. It's Father's Day. I don't know. It's just, man, it's just a beautiful thing to see that without having the representation of something that's right and done right, that I'm still doing it right in the summary, you know? Yeah, man.
Hey, you know what, Troy? Yeah,
That's big,
I
bro.
think also what this conversation is also proven in real time is that sometimes men need other men they respect and care for to ask them those type of questions, because a part of that healing process is opening up. You know what I mean? And sometimes that person who you care for can ask you the right question at the right time that can be the catalyst of the healing process or the self-reflection process, right? That whole time you were speaking, you said a point about like saying that I don't know why I'm such a great father. But I think when you said that, you also answered your same question by giving all the examples of bad examples that you had in your life. Because for me, hearing you say everything you just said, I know you're a great father because you've had so many bad examples. You know what not to do. You know what I mean? And the one thing that, because my mom always said that there's no manual for this shit, I'm gonna get it wrong. But the one thing that is very much clear from knowing you and from hearing you speak, bro, is that you lead with love when it comes to your child. And long as you lead with love, bro, that's the hard. I mean, that's just the hardest part. But like anything else can be fixed, bro. Because me myself, right, to my personal experience to reflect to yours, right, is that like that even though me and my dad have what we're going through, I know he led with love, so our relationship can always be fixed. You know what I mean? I know as bad as you've done me and I felt wronged, I know you led with love, so I can give you a pass. I don't know how long it'll take me to get there, but I can give you a pass. You know what I mean? So I just want to just compliment you on that, Troy, bro. One thing I've always noticed about you before we even met, when I was observing you and who the person you was, your daughter, the father that you was always something that was glaring and it stuck out. You know what I mean? You are a great father. And in turn, learning your story, it proves to me why you're such a good father. Yeah. You know what I mean? It like, you know what I'm saying? Some people are built to be good fathers. Some people learn shit, bro. You figuring this shit out, but you know for a fact, I'm leading with love, and I won't be that guy. I won't be that guy. I won't be that guy. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give you your flowers on that, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Nah, I agree. Definitely.
It's not running out my nose and shit. Hold on. Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead. Go. I'm listening.
Man. Nah, I can agree with Ron on that, bro. It's like, I know we troll a lot, we laugh a lot, we joke a lot, but I've always heard you be present and love and stand on that hill over your daughter, bro. So it's always something that I've admired about you. I know, like, you know, you could tell in certain topics when somebody's like, oh no, he's dead ass serious. This ain't nothing we playing about. And just to know that is one of those topics for you, is, like I said, is one thing that I've always admired about you, bro. So I want to say, like, now knowing that story, it's like it makes it even more amazing that you're figuring it out and you're doing good at it while figuring it out. You're not
Thank you, brother.
messing up while figuring it out.
So I got a question for you, right? So
what's up, bro?
So me and Troy are open people, right? You're open as well. But it may take a little more chiseling for you, but you're definitely an open person.
That's a
My
fact.
question to you is, how do you maneuver those conversations when you can tell your friend probably there's something on their mind and it's something they probably want to talk about? Like, how do you maneuver that conversation where you want to get it out of them, but you don't want to feel like you're pressing or prying into their business, but you also want to create a space that, like, you know what I mean, bro, I'm here for if you need me. And you know they need it, but you don't really want to just be obvious and ask them.
I think to get there, I usually lead with vulnerability. So to get to your story, I might tell you something that if I know something's going on with you about a subject, if I have something in my life that relates to it, I'll give you my story first. That way you know that I'm not just coming from a place of just being nosy, just asking, just being all in your business. I want you to know that, like, I'm coming from a place I care. I really genuinely fuck with you. I want to know. I'm a solution based person. Like, I'm not the type of person who likes to just keep arguing about the same thing if we not going to find a solution to it. And that's the same thing with like somebody else's personal issues. Like, if you have an issue, so what are the solutions we have for it? If you're going through something, if you're missing something, if you can't get something, if you're missing someone, if you can't get through to someone, what are the solutions that are actually realistic that we could put on the table, and then let's choose from those and make the best scenario out of it. And I think I'm very good at articulating myself and having a conversation and speaking to somebody directly. When I see that the conversation point is important. So I think for me, it's just understanding that, like, hey, you know, I know what me and Ron, I tell Ron this all the time. Ron likes to plan, like, he'll plan a date for his conversations. I'm the type of person, like, let's get to it.
Right.
Like, right now, like, why wait for it? Why? Because I want, like, I can respect both sides, because I could talk to Troy straightforward the same day, the day it happens, the moment it happens. And I can understand talking to Ron later, because now it gives me time to actually reflect on whatever it is that Ron wants to talk about. And I like both of those, but it has to be a communicated thing for me. It's like, if you're like, hey, I'm mad about this, but I don't want to talk to you right now about it because this is just not the time. I need some time to get my thoughts together. Let's come back again on Thursday and have this conversation. I'm all for it. Because now I know, okay. Because the thing for me is, like, I don't want to say, I guess, everybody says, like, I'm nonchalant, but I think I'm the type of person that, like, if you don't express to me what a moment feels like for you, or how it means something to you, then I move on to the next moment.
You won't
because
never
I don't
know.
want to. Yeah, I'm moving on to the next moment. So to shut me out or be quiet or not talk about it, and then days later come to me about it, I no longer have any emotional attachment to that situation anymore. So now I have to go back and find that emotion or that attachment to it. And you might feel as though I'm being passive about it, or I'm just letting it go, or I don't care about it, when naturally I'm just not attached to it no more. So to give me that, like, placeholder and be like, this made me mad, I don't want to talk about it right now, let's talk later, it allows me to sit with that and have the same amount of attention to it and energy and thoughts on it. And when we have the conversation, it's a full conversation, instead of me just being like, that's what you mad about? That's the problem? That's what you going through? Why you ain't just talk about it? And then you're like, you don't even care. That's not me. But
And Tone, I think the beautiful thing about what you said, bro, is that because you use me and Troy as two different type of conversations, right? And I think you know your friend's communication style, right?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Troy, you probably can have the, like you said, same day. Me, it's a little differently. But I also think the beauty in that is that we talked about it before in the last pod, that me and you had a falling out once, right? The only falling out me and you probably had in 3 years, right? But I think based upon our communication styles, that's why we're still friends now, because I feel as though if we'd had a conversation that night, we probably wouldn't be
we'd
here
have just
right
went
now.
left. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that
That's
was
deep.
us understanding that, you know what, bro? We both mad. I fuck with you, you fuck with me. We should chill. We should just take a little step back and breathe,
Right.
and compartmentalize how we feel about the situation, each other, and then have that conversation, right? And then when we have that conversation, we didn't go into that conversation that we was beating around the bush. No, open vulnerability. We talking
Yeah,
about
we
mental
went
health.
straight in. I gave you
You
time,
told-
so there
yes.
should be no reason that we
Yes, you
tiptoeing
told me
now.
exactly
we
how you
can't be
felt
able to
about me.
communicate,
You
yeah.
told
Right.
I told you, you know what I'm saying? It was an open and honest conversation.
But I feel like in regards to that, I feel like it has to be a mutual understanding between both, to understand me and to know that I'm the type of person that would love to go the let's talk about it route, but I can understand the let's wait and think it through route.
And yeah.
We have to have that understanding with each other. So, for instance, that's why I feel like me and Troy are able to do that so well, and you are able to do that so well, because me and Troy, we can go like
right then and
right
there,
right at it, and we might say things that might hurt or might hurt each other in the moment, but we know that we're going to have another conversation later, and we might even take accountability for some things. Like, damn, bro, I said that that was fucked up, but you know that it wasn't coming from a place of malice, and I can be like, yeah. Compared to now, I feel like if me and you had a same day conversation, Ron, and we said that, I don't think it would go this. I don't think we would have that second conversation and be like you said, I don't think we would be like, I think we would have left it right there. It would have been right there. I'm like, you know what?
Ron be like, all right, well, there it is.
That's where it's at. Because how Ron's gonna feel is he gonna be like, you wanted to say that. And that's how I'm gonna feel. Knowing him, I'm gonna be like, nah, because you usually wait. You wanted to say that.
Same thing he told late night last episode. He said, nigga, you said things and you have never said to him, and he said things he has never said to you. It's like y'all wanted to get that off.
You wanted to say that. You've been waiting to say that. You've been waiting to say that shit. So,
Troy, I got a question for you, Troy.
Go ahead.
So with you being so open, right? Because you are definitely an open person, right?
Yeah.
How do you manage those conversations with your friends? Like, how do you manage those conversations when you observe things and when you notice things and you understand your friends may not be as open as you? How do you navigate those conversations?
Good. Because I've gotten it wrong. I'm gonna be honest. Let me start there.
Troy, that's a great point. I think that's a great point.
Definitely
because a lot of times I didn't consider who they were as friends. I just said, nigga, fuck that, nigga.
We
doing it because this is what I do.
My way. Exactly.
And there's been times where it worked, and they was like, "Damn, Troy, I appreciate you." And there's been times that it made it worse. So for me, I'm learning to be more patient and more observant than more, let's figure it out. For example, without giving names, through this past weekend, Tone know what I'm talking about. And sorry to the listeners, I just don't want to be able to give y'all too much that ain't got nothing to necessarily do with me. But there was a situation between two individuals that I learned to fuck with, right? Like I've met both of these individuals separately, and I got to meet them together now. And they was having a disagreement that had nothing to do with me. I took it upon myself to call one individual and say, "Hey, I heard about what happened." Was like, let me hear your side before I just try to tell you what I feel. And that person's side was, blah, 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 blah. And I'm wrong, Troy. And that person didn't deserve that. And there's a lot of things outside of that person I was dealing with, and I just threw it on that person. And it made the conversation easier for me to, instead of just being like, "Hey, listen, I heard this. I think you're wrong if this would happen."
Yeah, you wrong, big dog.
Yeah. So when that person was expressed to me first that they was wrong, we got to have a deeper conversation of understanding different points of views, right? And me and that person had that conversation. And this other person is completely different from the first person. So I purposely went into it with a softer tone because I think this person is a little bit softer at things. And it was a little like, I don't know, Troy. Oh, you did? You called such and such? But I understood the person more and not take my approach like, "Hey, look, this is what it is. Call right now." I took the approach of, I know who you are from what I've seen. And you're going to hear me out, but you're going to take more time. And doing that approach, I think it ended in them working it out. So to answer your question, Ron, I used to be, I'm going to do it my way because my way works. Now I'm more of, let me learn my friend or the person I'm around to what works, and then build off that and maybe add to that.
But you know what I want to say about you, bro. I think you see the value in genuine friendships. I think you see that even if it's not your friendship to be to value, because without even it just hit my head. This is not the first time you've done that. Because I remember one time you called me like,
damn, I didn't even think about that.
I just thought about it. I was like, you called me. Me and you wasn't even like that close yet. And you called me and you said, y'all not talking? Y'all don't Nah, ain't no way. There's no way you two are not friends. Y'all, and I was like, just leave it alone, bro. And he was like, no. He was like, I'm about to call them. I'm gonna call you.
Damn,
this gotta work ASAP, bro. Like, and that's something I value in people too. It's like you look at something, you say, yo, this is just bigger than just y'all. Like, this is like, you know what I'm saying? Like a butterfly effect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy you said that, because I didn't even think about that. I just looking back,
it just hit me listening to the story. Yeah. I was like, damn, this sound like the.
Yeah, like one thing. Damn, I didn't even think about you said it. One thing I do pay attention to is both sides. True friendships that I feel like two people just having a disagreement, whether it's got nothing to do with me, because I do value like even true friendships, even when it's outside of me, because I know how hard that is to two people who are strangers to come together and really be true friends.
Yeah.
And I also pay attention to, nigga, that is not your motherfucking friend,
that is not your fucking friend.
And I purposely don't try to fix those, right? And I didn't even notice till you said it that I'm engaged in that. And then I asked myself, why am I like that? And it goes to just being appreciated. Even if the appreciation has nothing to do with me, I value people to be appreciated and to withstand that appreciation. For me, if I call a person my friend or even in a relationship, man, I'm big on appreciation. Case in point, like even with you, Tone, and with Ron, I can give it's crazy. Two situations, right, that I just think of. The appreciation of saying, damn, Tone out here, this second night, I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
But the appreciation of him being here, spending time to go out, kick it, spending his money, because I don't give a fuck if it's $5.
Yeah.
That's appreciation for me.
Yeah.
Whether it's just for yourself or just being out. Yeah. I'm going to make that happen because I'm big on appreciation, because, nigga, you don't have to do it.
At all.
You could do whatever you want to do, wherever you want to do it, and it doesn't have to include anybody that was there.
And you could have promised the moon, like, oh yeah, when you get here, we gonna do A, B, C, D, and then never showed up.
Yeah.
Never showed up, or showed up one night and that was it, and never heard.
That was dead.
But not every day, bro. Call every morning. What you got to do? Are you in the studio? What time you get out?
Yeah,
what we doing after the studio?
Even understanding the fact of you being out here, it's like, yo, my first time meeting this nigga, but with the vibe I got, I appreciate him coming. He was like, yo, bro, I'm actually not far from you. Fuck it. Where you at? I'm going to come pick you up as soon as you're done. Like, no matter what, or what I got going on, I got to make sure I'm there for my guy to pick him up. And even for Ron, right? Of just seeing Ron throughout the years. We haven't met face-to-face yet, but just watching him of how he carries himself and being able to appreciate who he is as an individual, right? Even us getting this pod together of saying, one, hey, Ron, you my dog. And I want to tell you, I can't promise you that things ain't going to be crazy, right? And then him saying, you know what? You might be right. Let me fall back. And then him just checking it out and be like, you know what? I think I got a way it can work. And I see where y'all carrying it. And saying, listen, whatever you want to do, nigga, we going to figure it out, right?
Let's do it.
And then the appreciation of him, one, I feel like taking the risk for himself, right? Because he could be doing anything and he don't have to do it. Right. I said, dog, you taking the time out to even want to do it and seeing the vision and really wanting to do this shit, and we all friends, I'm going to send you this. You ain't got to pay for this part, just pay for the shipping, And that's just a token of appreciation for you wanting to take your time. Because I tell all the listeners, nigga, we ain't paid a fucking cent. We ain't got a fucking penny from this shit. But
That's a fact.
yeah, but my appreciation from these individuals, I feel like that don't cost a thing. So in any situation when you can show that, to be like, hey, I just appreciate you. Bam, this. Even with Tone with his
thank
shit.
you for being you.
Yeah, even with Tone with his shit. Bam, listen, this is this. There it is. It's sent, right?
Right.
And it makes me think, right? Is there ever times as us as black men, and I want to hear y'all before I go, where y'all don't feel appreciated? And how does that affect y'all?
You know what, Troy? I don't know if this is gonna connect with what you said, but I wanted to really add in on what you were saying. But I feel like I can finesse this connection. But I think when you were talking about appreciation, right? No, just hear me out.
No, I'm talking about Troy, isn't it?
It's from the bottle, right? But when you were talking about appreciation, bro, I think that you spoke on how you feel about things, right? And I think for me, I think it just kind of showed me how much we mirror each other in certain ways, because I'm an only child, right? So the reason why I covet certain friendships that I have, and the reason why I die on so many hills because of my friendships, is because I grew up alone. I wanted somebody to fight with. I wanted to run outside to fight for my little brother, you know what I'm saying? My little cousin. I got a small family beefing. So it really was just me. And a full transparency, my family is small. And with my family, I'm the bridger for two sides of the family. Like, if it wasn't for me, both of the families really wouldn't be talking a lot of the times. Then when I left, went to college and whatever, those two families separated. You know what I mean? I'm the one that was coming to visit the basketball games. If it was a family event, oh, Ryan gonna be there, that meant both sides was coming. I was the bridger of the gap for that, right? So to touch back to what I was saying about the way I covet friendships, it's appreciation, and it's also out of yearning for having somebody to care for, who could care for what I want to care for. Like, I'm sorry. It's for the yearning of wanting somebody to care for me, so I, in turn, care for people the way I wanted to be cared for. That's why.
That's a fact.
If I got a friend, bro, I'm gonna go crazy hard for them, because that's what I was missing, and I really wish I had that. And I said, if I didn't have it, you know what, Tone, I'm gonna go 20 for you. Troy, I'm gonna go 20 for you. Yeah. Anybody I fuck with, I'm gonna go this hard for you. Even if you treat me, even if I get fucked over in the end, I'm cool with that, because I know in my heart that, like,
I did it from a genuine place.
Yeah, I wanted that, bro. I'm giving the energy.
I relate to that so much.
That I wanted to come back to me. You know what I'm saying? And Troy, I know that. I heard it when you were saying it, and that's what sparked that thought in me. But yeah, man, like, appreciation is one aspect, but I think some people just covet the friendship they have because they never had it. And you know what I'm saying? They see what real friendships are, and they're trying to build their own community, i.e. me. I'm trying to build my own community, whether it's in the meta, whether it's physical. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to build my team. You know what I'm saying? That can take me there. You know what I'm saying? And again, I appreciate you, brothers, because each one of us have our own journey, and I think people listening, they have their own friendship journeys. And I just I challenge people to sit back and reflect and see what gaps they need to be filled in their own life. You know what I mean? And see, can that person fill that void for you, right? Not saying that person, you need them, but like, just, are you better with that person in your life? You know what I'm saying? I think that...
Or better people, without not in your life. Yeah.
That's a fact, too. Cut people off, bro. Sometimes cutting people off makes your life a lot better. You know what I mean? Even if you care for them. And my last point, Troy, is and when you say cut people off, I think a lot of times people are afraid to cut people off because they think that I know this person for 30 years. Bro, I'm going to tell y'all right now, between knowing you two and a few other people, bro, within the 4 years that I've known y'all, 4 or 5 years I've known y'all, bro, I've cut off people who you niggas were better friends than niggas I've known since middle school. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you like, goddamn, where's a soundbite for that? That's so factual.
That longevity shit means nothing, bro. How are you impacting my life? Are you challenging me to be better, bro? Like, can I be open and honest to you? Can I be vulnerable to you? Are you cracking jokes when you see them mid-tears because you feel uncomfortable? Fuck your feelings. I'm the one crying to you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and with that being said, I just challenge people to just really look at their friend groups, because I think a lot of times friend groups really is why you not elevating. This person that you don't want to cut off because you've known them for this long period of time, cut them off and see where your life go. So
you just opened up to speak on appreciation, right? and not to go too much in detail because y'all know I'm Mr. Detail, right? It also comes to relationships, man. I'm really big on it. I was speaking to an individual, and that person knows who I'm talking about. The fact of feeling appreciated and not taking any toxic energy, right? Because I think us as men, we are so, I guess, conditioned when it comes to women to take any toxic energy, right? Like, oh, she toxic, she wilding, or she just saying whatever. Man, that girl crazy. And us as men, we just be like, we can take it, or that's just, man, that girl, like we often say, boy, that girl is crazy, gang, and we laugh, right? And we all be like, oh, boy, be careful, I want to knock your head off. But I've gotten to the point where I've grown so much that shit ain't to celebrate for me no more.
Nah, he telling the truth. He had a whole breakdown with me.
I'm with him, bro.
Yeah, I don't celebrate nothing toxic, friendship or relationship. Like, and it took me to be depleted of all positivity. Like after a relationship, I felt like ass. Like I felt so down. Everything that God had blessed me with was so low. My energy, my feelings, like past depression. And I told myself, Troy, it comes from friendships you allowing to be toxic and celebrating and laughing and relationships. And I think us as men, speaking on appreciation, we have been taught to just take toxic. Like just take it, right? And now I don't play that. Like in no situation. Ain't no nigga gonna be having no toxic, saying nothing crazy, doing no crazy shit. And I've also added ain't no woman. Like, I don't care what it is. You can't say whatever to me. You can't do whatever to me. I will be appreciated and loved in friendship and relationship, or I'm gone. Because it's all fun at the beginning and we laugh. We might have to hide some stuff. We might have to walk on eggshells. We may have to be careful with our friend. Be like, oh, that's just my homie. He just treat me like that, or he just called me a bitch, or he just lie all the time to me about shit. Or with a girl, she just be tweaking out. She just be acting crazy, and we make that normal. I've no longer did that. Like, I don't care how long I've been knowing you for years. I don't care if I've been knowing you for months. I value and I demand appreciation and less toxic. Like, because there's nothing positive about toxic. Like, I don't know any situation where toxic is a good thing. Troy. If you see a sign that says toxic chemicals, I don't know if somebody be like, them chemicals might be good toxic though, nigga. Like, I don't know any situation where toxic is good.
Nobody's trying to do a taste test on toxic.
Yeah, like if somebody say, taste this food, deemed toxic. I don't know motherfuckers is just lining up to be like, yeah, nigga, I want to get food poisoned. I want to die. Like, so I think us as men, we've been conditioned that we can take whatever. And taking whatever means lack of appreciation. Like, for y'all two gentlemen, man, y'all should be appreciated. From male and female, y'all should be valued. There are things you should be celebrated from. There's things you should be spoke life into without any question. Day one. It ain't no we got to build to get that appreciation, but we got to start toxic. I don't believe in fighting for 30 days just to get to the first day of happiness. If you fighting with me every day, I need to end it.
Troy, say that one more time. I don't think they heard him.
I do not believe.
Fighting for 30 days to what?
To get to the first day of fucking happiness.
That's deep.
I think a lot of times, even myself, man, I was taught that. I was taught in my relationship because I was raised around violence and domestic violence and just bullshit that, man, you don't never know until you test it. You got to go through it. We going to argue. We going to fight. We going to treat each other like shit. And if we was staying that means we was ready and we love each other.
Yeah.
Nigga, what? Like, if you treat me like shit day 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I'm at the point we ain't making it to 6, gang. Like, I want to be appreciated, loved, valued, spoke life into day one. Like, and I try to speak that as much as possible to people. I try to give that as much as possible because I think a lot of relationships are built off toxicness, friendship and relationship, and that's why people end up killing each other. That's where domestic violence, that was just violence, period. That's where lying, stealing, depression, so many things come into play, man. And I went through it so long in so many different relationships that now when I was tested with toxic and lack of appreciation, I was so proud of myself because I was able to identify within a short time and be like, that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Growth the motherfucker ain't a choice.
Yeah, that's a wrap. Because I'd be damned if I'm going to go back to that. Like, you can't say anything to me and I just be okay with it and be like, well, I was just tweaking. Because we are adults. We know right from wrong. I know if I go slap Tone, there's 100% chance he gonna try to knock me the fuck out.
110.
Yes. I know if I steal from Ron, there's 110% that's gonna be a problem.
Yes.
So why is he be like, oh, my bad, gang? I didn't know slapping you was gonna end to me trying to do something to me. I didn't know stealing from you was gonna be like, you can't trust me. No.
I let this nigga stay in my crib and he done stole my fucking TV.
I'm not with none of that. Any sign of something that you know better than, I've learned to just, you got it. You're out of there. Have a good day.
I think for me, and I'm going to just mix both because I think Ron touched on the friends and Troy touched on the relationship side of it. And I kind of see this, I think this is what kind of our common ground is amongst each other as three individuals. We are very, I don't want to say suckers for our relationships with people. Like I heard Ron speak like, when you my friend, it's 110. Troy said, when we together, it's forever. You know what I mean? Like, those are the type of things. And I feel like in the aspect of us is great that we found each other, but it sucks when you let a person in and you're ready to give them that, and they're the person that either A, takes advantage of you, B, isn't ready to reciprocate.
Oh, that nigga hit a pot.
B, they're not ready to reciprocate. Or C, they have never had this type of energy to even receive it. You know what I mean?
Tony, I think that last point you just made was the biggest one.
Yeah, and that's the one we see the most because you meet people and it's like, I want to do something nice for you. I want to, or I'm here for you, and they give you the most, like, it's like, you know, when you want to take care of a dog that's been out that, you know, trapped on a fence or on a chain for so long, you want to take it off that chain and it wants to bite you. It's like, no, I'm here to help you. I'm actually here to like give you the best that I got to get you to the best that you are. And I feel like sometimes that drains us as individuals, trying to save people and help people and be as present as you possibly can be for someone who isn't ready to receive that, or even isn't ready to reciprocate it, because it's just energy that you're pouring into somebody that you're never going to get back. And eventually wear ourselves thin. And I'm just glad that after this many years that we're able to be the type of people that can still have that type of energy, because some people would have been like, man, fuck this shit. I'm going to just focus on myself. No, for real. That's a crazy.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? To come with that much love and abundance of love and just be ready to give it to, you know, people, and, you know, certain, you know, you pour into people and you hope that it comes back, and it never, and it might not ever come back. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to go find somewhere to fill your cup back up at. You know what I mean? And it creates these moments in your life where you start to question relationships, friendships, but you just tell yourself that if I stay genuine, that genuine shit will come back to me. You know what I mean? So I feel like that, just like being appreciative. Like I tell Troy at the time, like, you know, Troy is very passionate about this podcast. I could tell that. Like, and that's why I make it a point to show up. If I got to get on,
It's
if the
appreciated,
Wi-Fi is
brother.
down and I got to get on,
In the hot
I got to
spot.
get on a hotspot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I make it a point because I know it matters to him. You know what I mean? And I know that if I really needed him to be that, if I show him something that I'm being genuine about, that he's going to 100% be there and be in full support. You know what I mean? He's going to tell me how he feel about it. He might be like, man, I don't like that shit. But he going to be there to tell me he don't like it. You know what I mean? Same
Yo,
with
it's
Ron.
so crazy, right? Earlier, Raw, I got to. Tone was like, "Listen, gang, just got to play for such and such for this place." I'm like, hey, and Tone knows how I feel about the music industry at this current state. I'm like, listen. I think all that shit is bullshit right now.
Yeah.
But you got 2 hours, nigga. Make it happen.
They say, get done what you need to get done. But
I want to also tell my friends, like, regardless if I don't fuck with it or my disdain for it to come in for my personal reasons, bro, go do it, right? And he don't even know. I took note of just like, I judged him correctly of being a solid person. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna hit a mutual friend we got up to help, right? In my mind, I'm like, hey, I'm glad I spent that fucking money on that section, gang. It's a good nigga to spend some money with, gang. It's a good nigga, man. It's a good nigga, man. So it's just a good point, man. I
want to say one last thing in conclusion with this, what has been open and honest about friendships, man, when it comes to mental health and especially men, right? If your friend group as men isn't helping your mental health, was directly or indirectly, you got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to use you guys as an example, but I hope this applies to anybody else's friend group, is that I think that through the stories that we tell, and we're going to continue to tell, and some of the stories we've told, we can see how indirectly we've helped each other, and we can see directly how we've helped each other. But I want to speak on the indirectly, right? Again, there are times that I don't feel like talking. I'm pretty sure Troy, Tony, y'all don't feel like talking about the things y'all are going through. And I'm pretty sure other people can also highlight that in their friendships. But the times that you guys' energy has been contagious to me, it's not even words to describe how it feels. Even my other friends outside of just this podcast, other friends, whatever, right? Just when I'm not in the best mood, when I don't feel like talking, when I don't feel like going to work today, when I don't feel like having a conversation with my parents, when I don't feel like whatever, you guys show some examples. I'm like, I got the energy, bro. If he can do it, I can do it, bro. Listening to some of y'all guys' experiences has helped me to be a better man, better person, better friend. You know what I mean? That is a part of mental health, bro. Like using your friend groups or friendships to be a catalyst for propelling change in your personal life, bro. So again, I want to applaud y'all, and I really hope that people in y'all friend groups is helping y'all become better people as well, bro. Because if not, then again, you need to readjust and refocus who the people you surrounding yourself with. So again, I want to thank y'all for that.
Man, thank you, man. Thank you. Well, Ron, this is good, man. Well, you know the segment that all the ladies like, and you know that the guys like as well. One of the great segments, man, of Dear Black Men. We on episode 6, man. The IG of the week. Now, who chose IG of the week this week, guys?
I think this was Ron.
It's gonna be a little different. This IG
this gonna be right.
This IG in the week, I want to highlight an artist. I want to highlight an artist.
You take it safe, Tone. You see him?
Hey man, artist art. I'm an artist. I want to highlight an artist.
Artist art.
Her name is Maddie. I'm gonna highlight her artist page. One.Maddie is her artist page. She's
Maddie with T's or Maddie with D's?
Maddie with
Maddie. So IG of the week of Dear Black Men, episode 6. Who we have today
is one.Madi. Maddie. She's an artist.
Maddie.
Yes.
Okay.
Maddie.
She's an artist. Where is she located?
She's located in.
Oh, that's dope.
Yes.
Yeah, that's dope right there.
Oh, I know this Maddie. I know Maddie.
You know Maddie.
Yeah. Maddie's fire. Her art is fire.
Yeah, I was like, that look fire. Did she like put it on like canvas and like you can buy it?
Yeah, she painted all this.
I might have to tap in with her. You know, I love some good art. You see that behind me, right?
I think I got the city wrong, but we may have to correct to that. But yeah, Maddie.
What's the city?
Dope. I don't want to repeat
I
it
thi-
because I think I got
Oh,
it wrong.
I
okay,
think
okay,
Maddie's in New
okay.
York, but I
Well,
could be
wherever
wrong.
she's located, man,
See,
Maddie.
I think it's New York. Yeah.
Okay. Maddie, IG of the week. Let's spell out her name. What is her IG?
One.madi, Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
One.MADI.
DI.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie for IG of the week on Dear Black Men, episode 6. Shout out to you, Maddie. I think we all can agree your art is amazing.
Fire.
We stand behind you. I definitely have to tap in with you. Anybody that's watching this episode, make sure you tap in with Maddie for IG of the week, Dear Black Men, episode 6. Man, let me give some claps. Let me give some claps for Big Maddie in the building. A little. Come on, man. Let me turn. There we go. I got you, Maddie. Maddie, I got you. Fuck it, Maddie. You want some gunshots? I got you, Maddie. I got
You bomb eventually.
you. There we go, Maddie. Shit.
Go.
I like that. I like that. So, man, the last part of the show, man, that we do is the song of the week, and that is for Dear Black Men, episode 6. Let me get everything lined up, man. So, the song of the week today. Ron picked everything this week,
Oh,
right?
shit.
So Ron picked. Let me get him all lined up, man. So IG of the week, we did that. The next thing we're doing is song of the week, and let me get this artist. Song of the week is how you pronounce this, Ron? I want to make sure I say it right. Asia.
Yes,
Asia, for Song of the Week of Dear Black Men, episode 6, we have Asia, and that is spelled AJIA. And the song is called Broken, featuring Riz. I say last name? Oshi? Oshi? Yeah, Broken, featuring Riz Oshi. Please forgive me if I pronounce that wrong. So, Song of the Week on Dear Black Men, episode 6 is IG, AJIA, Broken, featuring Riz Oshi. Let's play that.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I don't know how to love you, how you need me to love. Maybe I'm broken. Oh, you want kisses and hugs. I pull away, I think too much. Maybe I'm broken. Oh,
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Quicksand. Can't escape these emotions. Waves swept me in. I'm drowning under. So much to say. My pride keeps me silent. If you only knew the demons inside has been broken. I'm trying to be open with you. This is not how I planned it, but we can make amends. Get through. Feels like I'm stumbling through the dark. It's loving me and you.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
You said your hands could hold my heart, but will you throw it all away? All you need from me is all I got. But if this love's gonna work, I got one shot. But I can't give my heart away, 'cause I don't know how to love.
Yo, that was good.
That was
That was
I ain't
good.
gonna.
like
I don't
that,
like
man.
the downplay artistry. That
That was good.
that was on like
She
a
got a beautiful
Beyonce
voice.
level of performance for me.
Come on, man. Let me give her some gunshots. Shit.
Like that was a because I look at it and I say you could listen to songs like that and you like if Beyonce sang that would have been a diamond record, bro. Like you know what I mean? It would just been
she
one
killed
of
that
those.
shit.
And I shout out to her. I'm definitely gonna tap it.
Pronounce her name
these.
again for me. I'm gonna make sure I shout her out right. Asia. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong earlier. Asia Broken. That's an amazing song, man. Keep It Up. Your voice is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Dear Black Men, episode 6, man. Guys, we did it yet another one, man.
It's been fun, guys. This was
yet
a better
another
episode.
One.
I just feel like when we
do
do
these, the DJ Khaled for that?
Another one.
I do.
I feel like when we do these, that just means Troy's building up to next week. We on bullshit. So I'm just glad we got to take a little break from this.
This is a good. I think
really
the booger fell out. Shit was good, stuff. Man. This is a good one.
Good vibes, man.
I'm gonna give you 48 hours before I PTR one of them screenshots I took.
I'm not running around. I was like a bitch. Oh my God! Listen, man. Dear Black Men, episode 6, man. We have done it again, man. With your guy, DMVTONE, my boy, Ron, Mr. Anonymous, and myself, Troy Parrish, man. Dear Black Men, episode 6. As always, sit back, relax, hit play, and enjoy.